Hello there, welcome in. My name is Monica. For anyone who is new here, let's see, I have the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck here. I'm at the beach park. Well, there's not a, I mean, there's a beach over that way, but maybe I should show you. This is like the waterfront. Anyways, I don't know how well you can or cannot see that. I'm gonna shuffle and see what we get. Hope you're all doing well. What is this the last week of July? I forgot. I don't know if there's a couple more days. Maybe there's a couple more days. I forget. I haven't really been paying attention. I don't know. I only work 3 days a week, so it's like I only need to know when those days are, my alarm is set to wake up in the morning. If I even sleep that night before. There's been times when I don't even sleep at all. I don't know if we're going through an upgrade, an ascension. I really don't know. Okay, I have 3 cards here. Let's see what these 3 cards are. The first one is Elder. Move beyond ancestral patterns. Shield Maiden. Make plans and focus. Knight. Be brave and honest. Hold on, let me find the pages because I don't want to make this video extremely long. Okay, I found the pages. Okay, again, the first card was Elder. Move beyond ancestral patterns. Okay, and the message is move beyond the limitations that have been set for you by family members, past and present. Know that the energy of your spirit is more powerful than genetics and behavioral patterns. About the card, and if you look at it, just look at it for a moment, you can see all the different patterns, the white markings on him, maybe his facial expressions, maybe his eyes, the staff he carries, everything in the photo means something. So it says the Aboriginal people are the oldest tribal people still living on the planet. Their hunter-gatherer culture and ancient spirituality are rooted in tradition and balance with the earth. So the Aboriginal ancestors are offering you not only wisdom that will help you heal and adapt to the ever-changing planet, but also an understanding of what a spiritual life should be. Then we go into the extended message, and it says the elder is the ancestor who comes with a message of healing change. He is the embodied soul, yet he has had journeys that go beyond the physical. Therefore, he represents a reclamation of power. When he appears, it's an acknowledgement that you have the capacity to move beyond the limitations that have been placed upon you. If you have had expectations of success, failure, sadness, or even sickness placed upon you by your family, it's important to know that you are here to create your own story. This card represents personal healing that will help bring healing to your family lineage, past, present, and future. Know that you get to decide what you take on, and also know that your ancestors are rooting for you and are sorry for any setbacks they have created for you. Now, I just want to bring out, in the beginning, it says, move beyond the limitations that have been set for you by family members, past and present. That means, from long ago, your ancestors, maybe they felt limited, maybe due to laws or um, situations where, uh, uh, the mindset was not fully, I don't know how to say, um, sorry, I'm being distracted. The mindset being limited. Oh well, we're poor, so we're never gonna be rich. No one's ever gonna make money. No one's gonna ever go to college. Those limitations set on you from ancestors, or even now. People you know may still have that mindset. So it's kind of set for them. And when you speak that into existence, you're limiting people's, because it's always in the back of your mind. I mean, some people may just, I'm going to go strive for it and I'm going to go do it. And I don't care what anybody says. That's a great mindset to overlook. But I just wanted to bring that out. And the second card that came out was Shield Maiden. Make plans and focus. Again, look at the photo. Again, I don't know. I don't want to bring it too close. Maybe you can pause it and zoom in if you're on your phone. The background, I don't know what the heritage or the lineage of that design is. It kind of, to me, I could absolutely be wrong, and I'll, be the first to admit it. Okay, fine, I'm wrong. It could be, I don't know. Ooh, what was that? 46. Sorry. The other card flew out of the booklet. I was going to say Celtic, but I don't know. Let's see what it says, because I haven't had this card in a long time. Okay, so it says Shield Maiden. Make plans and focus. The message: have a plan or strategy in place before moving forward. About the card: the Shield Maiden is the female knight in shining armor in Viking tradition. Okay. So now we get a little, because I was going to say, Celtic, I don't know if the females, I don't know. All of our history is, it's been a lie. So we could have had female warriors, They're depicting that more and more in movies and stuff nowadays. And I know a lot of people don't want to believe that, but women have gone through so much throughout history. Not to say that men haven't either, but women are very strong. Think about those single parents out there that are taking on all these. And I know some people will say, oh, well, these women chose these men. Okay, well, these men also chose these women. It's a double-edged sword, and people don't like to take accountability, and they'll blame the woman for everything, absolutely everything, with no accountability on their own parts or that of the counterpart. Why are so many women being protector, provider, mother, like nursemaid, like whatever? The mothers or single parents are taking the roles of everything, wearing many hats. And those who want to project and complain and the women are this or men are all of that, blah, blah, blah. You know what? Everybody needs to take accountability. And today's day and age, no, a lot of people don't. You can see it. Everybody's in their ego. So back to the card. Back to the message. In Viking traditions, women were seen as equal to men, and so joined them on their raids and fought with them on the battlefield. Again, we don't know history because our history has been a total lie. So who knows? It could be, And in this deck, the Shield Maiden brings a fiercely feminine energy, the power to be a warrior while remaining feminine, while retaining feminine sensitivity. She is ready to put her plan into action. She's ready to go into battle. Her medicine helps us move beyond any settled feelings when our plans start to take shape, and follow through with our strategies in order to be where we want to be. Shield maidens work together in times gone by to create shield walls of protection. So she also shows us how to work with others in order to bring our plans to fruition. The extended message for this particular card: taking some time to assess what your next steps will be. All great warriors have a plan. You are a sensitive being, and if you are not prepared for the tasks you are taking on, you could end up feeling exposed and helpless. The ancestor guidance that is coming to you now is a reminder that you have a warrior's heart, and that you have it within you to be more prepared and focused than you have been recently. So, have a strategy in place, and then let your guides support you as you move forward. Yes, being prepared. You should always try to be prepared for everything. Maybe it's not so much physical, but maybe mental sometimes. You can be as prepared as much as you can be, if you don't know what's coming, if you think of always, the worst case scenario. I know my mother she always seemed to be in a negative state of mind, but she always handled everything that came her way. She handled money. I don't know how she did it. She was a single parent. She made sure Christmas was always exceptional. My sister would tell you in a whole nother story, like we didn't have food to eat. And I'm like, that was our aunt. Our aunt babysit us for a short period of time. And my cousins grew up with not much. I mean, they had, but not, sometimes you go in the cupboard and everything would be gone. She had to wait when she had food stamps or whatever. We were on state for a while. My mother had to have a hysterectomy, had cancer of the uterus. So she had to, she had to take some time off. So, we didn't have those men didn't step up, unfortunately. They like to play a role or whatever, pretend that they're something they're not. And this is what I'm talking about with, women. And I'm not bashing men, because I know that there are men in the world that do their part, give, give credit to where credit is due. But, when there are unhealed people, and yes, I'm sure my mother was unhealed, not healed at all, dealing with what she had to, but she still went to work every day when she had to. She came home and cooked, cleaned, did laundry. I helped out when I got older. I also became a single parent myself. Unfortunately, or not unfortunately, maybe it was just my, part of my journey, becoming pregnant at 13. I had my son when I was 14. People would tell me, oh, she needs an abortion. My father, oh, you're going to ruin your life. My son is 44 now. I don't see how my life is ruined. I mean, I'm still not wealthy or anything, but, I do have a car, I live in an apartment, I have a roof over my head. I do eat, I go to work. I'm not striving to be rich. Could I, maybe enjoy a little more money? Sure, but, whatever. So, people's opinions mean nothing to me. Walk a mile in my shoes, or 10. The next card, last card. Knight, be brave and honest. Oh, let's look at the card a little better. He looks like, I don't know, whether he's a regular knight, a Knights Templar, don't know. But they're just the designs in the background, the roses, his sword, his facial expression. Maybe he's in deep thought before going to battle. He needs to be brave and honest with himself, possibly. Okay, message. Do the right thing, even if it isn't the easiest option. Stand for what you know to be right and true. Just like when I was 13 and got pregnant, my mother gave me the option. She's like, it's your body, it's your choice. If if you don't want to have this child, have an abortion. She's like, I'm not going to tell you what you need to do. You are an individual person. You can give it up for adoption or you can keep it, but know that I stand behind you no matter what you choose. And that was very loving on my mother's part, because my mother was very headstrong, very independent. She could, push her or sway, whatever. And there were times she had her moods, and I can't fault her. She was, she only grew up with what she knew. And I still love her and appreciate her today. She was a very strong woman, and I really looked up to her. She gives me the strength to know that I can go forward. She's been gone since July of 2011. I miss her, but part of her is still in me, and I love that. But back to the message. Yeah, so she lovingly gave me my own choices. She didn't tell me what I needed to do. And I sat in my thoughts, what could I do? Could I really abort my child? Me personally, I'm not telling anybody what they should or shouldn't do, and I'm not here to judge anybody. Me personally, I think that would weigh heavy on me, taking a life. Again, that's not pushing my opinion on anybody. Putting my child up for adoption. And I even gave good thought into naming my child once I found out I was having a boy. I wanted to name him Damien. Then, The Omen, the movie. And I know I'm going off track with this, but I don't know, I feel like it needs to be brought out. I wanted to name him Sylvester, possibly. It was just a bunch of names, and I was thinking, well, what if he comes out to be a redhead, or, I don't know. I did a lot of thinking during that period, but I decided to keep my son, and he's 44 now. Actually, he's in New York City with a friend. He went to a Japanese restaurant. I don't know if they're seeing sights or not. He's been to Manhattan many times, teenage, throughout his life. He knows his way around. Like, he's very good with direction. So he's always been good with that. But back to the message about the card. The knight is a knight in shining armor, dedicated to the crown that his sword defends. In this sense, he is a protector of the Holy Grail and therefore of your spiritual growth and expansion. He represents the warrior in you, whether you are male or female. That energy is within you. His sword and armor show he is courageous and strong, but if you look closely, you will see his tear. Oh, I didn't even notice that. Oh, you'll see a tear running down his, I don't know if you can see it, running down his face, showing his willingness to be vulnerable and his love for what he protects. That's amazing. Extended message. The energy of respect is important right now. You are being encouraged to figure out what is important to you and what you stand for. If you are in a space where there's opposition, you are being guided to follow through with integrity, because if it seems this will slow your progress, your rewards will be much more abundant. You are being surrounded by a light of bravery to help you. This card also brings justice. If you are longing for justice, please know that the universal energies are working to bring everything back into order, and that you don't need to force anything through with your will. If you have made any mistakes recently, it's important to take ownership of them so that you can align yourself with improving the situation. If you are feeling the need to defend your spiritual path at this time, back down and let it protect you. Wow, that's really a powerful message. I'm just going to let that card speak for itself. I don't think I have anything else to add, but I really didn't even notice that the tear was running down his face until the booklet brought it out. But thank you for being here. I hope you enjoy your weekend. It's Friday here, but whenever you watch this, it was meant for you to see. Um, I appreciate all. Last time I checked, it was 352 subscribers. So I thank you. I appreciate you all. I love you all. I send you love, light, healing energies, positive vibrations, many, many mantras and affirmations. Um, thank you so much. Thank you. My name is Monica, and I'm the Spiritual Alchemist. Until next time, take care.